André Kertèsz came to Paris in 1925 to devote himself to photography. He moved into an attic room in Montparnasse. Looking out of the window the next morning, he took this photo. At last he had the freedom to experiment with his craft. His work took new directions towards memorable images like the spiritual dancer. Kertèsz fell in with other Hungarian immigrants and began taking photos in earnest. Among his friends were the painter Lajos Tihany, who introduced him to the city, and the sculptor Etienne Botti. The streets of Paris were filled with moments of accidental charm, moments that Kertèsz caught and turned into images imbued with an intense and melancholic personality. His obsessive documentation was the beginning of a new kind of photojournalism. Kertèsz liked to photograph the Jardin de Luxembourg and fell asleep there one day, waking to find his camera gone. The clumsy old plate camera that had served him for 15 years had been stolen. He replaced it with a new camera that was to revolutionize his work and the medium of photography, the Leica. Kertèsz was a humanist. He photographed tramps, cripples, clowns. He had an eye for pathos, lightened by a sense of the comic. To earn his living, Kertèsz worked for the new illustrated magazines. When Lucien Vogel launched his celebrated weekly Vue, he invited Kertèsz to contribute. He took portraits of acquaintances like Colette and friends like Pierre Macorlan, who wrote a preface for Kertész's first book of views from Paris. Mondrian inspired Kertèsz to look afresh at his work, fired by the currents of the new abstract art. The modern movement in painting led Kertèsz to experiment with composition and texture, producing delicate pieces of abstraction like the fork. It was his photo of the fork that prompted the Hungarian gallery owner Jan Slavinsky to give Kertèsz his first exhibition. One afternoon in 1926, Kertèsz came to the studio of Etienne Botti to take a picture of Magda Forstner. In the photo that came to be known as the spiritual dancer, he caught the mood of Magda as she poked fun at Bertie's new piece, and with it, the mood of artistic liberty that characterized the Jazz Age. Asked which image by Kertèsz he preferred, Henri Cartier-Bresson said, "The next one that comes out of his camera."